Good afternoon all, welcome to Carlos's YouTube channel. Can't speak now. I'm going to try and approach this video in the most constructive way that I could possibly do it, because I have strong views and they're backed up with knowledge of what the subject actually is, but I'm going to try and be subjective. But I'm going to need your help on this. As you can see from the video, the title, it's all about the EU referendum to vote to stay in or to vote to stay out. Now, I still use this strategy, and it's a very old one, is that if you're looking to decide to do something that's very important, then it literally is getting a piece of paper, A4 paper, put a line down the middle, and put in there deuce, the pluses and the minuses. And I've been really trying to rack my brain, and I'm not kidding you, really rack my brain to think of what the European Union has got going for it in reference to the UK. The only thing that I can think of, and it's very petty, is the fact that I can use my mobile phone now in Spain and not be charged the earth for it. That's one thing. Everything else, I really can't. I mean, if you really wanted to go back to why they said they brought in the European Union, was because France and Germany were always going into war with each other, and they wanted to make sure that didn't happen again. Now, to honestly believe that it was due to the European Union that Germany and France haven't gone to war again is a little bit naive. I'm not saying that in one way or another it didn't help, because I'm sure it did in one part or other, but I don't believe it had made that much of an impact to us not going into World War III. I believe things change, people's attitudes change, and government's agendas change, because we're still going to war. We're just not going to war with each other in the Western world. We're going to war with the East, which is another story which, trust me, pisses me off. I won't get into that. But the UK pays £55 million per day to be a member of the EU. Now, I know we do get a rebate, but even if you said we got a rebate of 20 million, as you say, it's still £30 million a day. £30 million per day that comes out of my wages, your wife's wages, your husband's wages, your son's wages. That comes out of our pocket. You know, the government don't pay it, we're paying it. Now look at it seriously of what the EU is actually doing for us. I really can't see it. I cannot see what is worth £30 million per day, other than chaos. I mean, just look at the migrant crisis. I mean, bloody hell. I mean, what a joke. Now, when that first started, Nigel Farage, and I did say Nigel Farage, from UKIP, quite clearly said, look, the people that have come over on the boat clean them up, feed them, clothe them, put them back on another ship, nice ship, and take them back to their country. Now, if we'd done that, the chances are we wouldn't have the crisis we've got in right now. But also the fact that Merkel, stupid cow, decides to say that if you're an immigrant, come over to my country. And now she's got a massive backlash from the German people, and I don't blame them. I truly do not blame them. And it's strange how Merkel is like the head of the European Union. What she says goes. But we give them £55 million per day. We get a rebate of some kind. I don't know the ins and outs of the rebate. But I truly do not understand what me or you or anyone else will get or gets from the European Union, other than more taxes and more control. And I'll give you an example of the more taxes thing, in case you missed it in the media, because it was sort of said and then finished very quickly. They want to, and they've tried to bring this in 2 or 3 times as far as I'm aware, they want that every person who owns a car in the UK to have a little black box. And I'm sure you've seen them before. If you're like 17, 16, 17, 18, whatever it is, 18, 17, 18. If you want insurance and you want lesser insurance, you have a little black box in your car, and it determines the way you drive and the sort of distances that you drive and that, and then depending on the way that is depending on whether or not your premiums go up or down, that kind of stuff. But they basically want that in every vehicle, to make it law, every vehicle. So they'll be able to determine not only where you are, where you're going, right, but how many miles you do, and then they will tax you on that. Now, there are some liberals out there. So what's wrong with that? That way we get taxed on what we use. Well, let me get something quite clear and straight to you. I pay an absolute fortune in tax and have done for a very, very long time. I pay car tax, which supposed to pay for the roads maintenance. So I pay taxes for the ambulances, I pay taxes for the police, I pay taxes for the council, my council tax, I pay taxes for the road, I pay taxes for everything. I pay tax to drive this car, I pay tax for the fuel in my car, I pay taxes. So why should I be taxed anymore? Why should I? And I am curious, with this money they're supposed to be generating through this little black box to determine how many miles you do in a day, in a week, in a month, in a year, to where the actual money goes, because I can near enough guarantee you it's not going to go back in your pocket. It's going to go into the European Union. And some liberals are turn around, oh, well, if it's going to the European Union, then it's going in for us. The European Union ain't for you. You're having a laugh at you. Where is all this money? I mean, that's another good question. Why hasn't the European Union been audited? Did you know that? They've not been audited. And when a few people have actually opened their mouth and said about them being audited, the higher echelons of the European Union decided to say, shh, keep your mouth shut, don't say nothing. And then it was all brushed underneath the carpet. So we give £55 million a day to the European Union. All we do is get cheaper phone calls in Europe on our mobile phones. Other than that, nothing. And of course they want to tax us even more and gain more control over our laws, which, by the way, it is true fact that at the moment they control 70% of our law in the UK. 70%, people. So they want more control, they want more money, because they keep asking us for more money. They definitely want a federal state. They want it so there's one bank, one government. Does that ring a bell to you? ...1930s, 1940s... ...guy with moustache... Nor he puts his hands in the air. Hi Hitler! Is it? Does that ring any bells for you? Because that's what it is. That's what a federal state is. I don't want that. I like being British. I was born in this country. I'm proud of this country. I don't want to be a European in that sense. I don't want someone from another country, another party, another committee to control the laws of the country that I live in. I want us to be in control of that. I want the opportunity to be able to vote for people that I want in power, even though 9 times out of 10 that doesn't happen. But I want that opportunity. I want that right to keep that right to vote for people that I am aware of, the people that live in my country, the people that are supposed to be doing a job in this country to make us safe, to make our economy better. What makes you think that people from other countries are going to give a level toss about our economy, about our well-being? Why would they give a shit? A good majority of the Europe don't like us anyway. They think that we're trouble and that they still dislike us because of our empire and so on and so on. So why would you want to be a part of that anyway? Now, the Liberals in this would probably think, oh, well, here we go, he's another racist. Fuck me, I'm not a racist. I'm far from a racist. Let me explain to you why. I was born in the UK, but both my parents are from Spain. They come over here in the 1960s, worked really hard, worked in hospitals, cleaning floors, cooking meals for people in hospitals, scrubbed a lot of floors, and now they're back in Spain. So I know the importance of immigration into a country, absolutely. But I believe in controlled immigration. I'm not a racist. I believe in looking after my own borders. I believe in our own government. I believe that we shouldn't have to pay £55 million to another state, which we don't get anything back from. I mean, if you think I'm wrong, then by all means, say so below, and I'll be more than happy to do another video on it. But trust me, people, there's no reason to stay in the EU. We need to vote out. So please, I'm asking you, please, vote out of the EU. Don't listen to David Cameron. Don't listen to all these plebs that are coming on the TV saying how fantastic it is, and also scaremongering, saying if we come out of there, there'll be so many jobs gone. There won't be. Absolutely not. There will not be jobs leaving, because they'll be worried about us doing exactly the same thing to them. And if they did, they'd be in trouble, because there's so many French people over here, there's so many German people over here, there's so many of every other bloody nationality in this country. So if they started doing that to our people in their country, what do you think we're going to do to theirs? So think of it logically, people. £55 million better off we can put back into our system to build our houses, to put more policing on the road, build more hospitals, etc., etc. And we have control over our own deals with other countries, which will probably be better as well. And we have control of our own country. Is that too much to ask? Please let me know below. Speak to you soon. Bye.